Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever the hell it is. It's rainy and dreary out here, and been doing stuff inside, and I've decided on my next recipe after the miserable video failure last time. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. I apologize again for that. What we're going to make today is something called ghee, G-H-E-E. Ghee is a form of clarified butter. However, it's one step above clarified butter because not only does it have the milk solids taken out, it also has the water taken out. So you can in fact keep ghee out in a sealed container on your cupboard for months. Even longer if you put it in the fridge. But there's really no reason to. Nice spreadable butter-like. Ghee is Asian, used a lot in Asian Indian cooking. That's where I found most of my references. And we're going to do it on the stovetop. Basically, you just put it in a pan. You slowly, it's like making, what did we make last time? Caramelized onions. Oh my God. You put it in the stovetop and you leave it alone, and you just let it happen. And after a while, probably 15, 20, 30 minutes, what you get is milk solids on the top, milk solids on the bottom, water evaporated out, and in the middle you've got butterfat. And it's delicious. So we're going to use a pound of unsalted butter, which should yield about a pint of ghee. Jade's looking forward to the butters, to the milk solids. If you're lactose intolerant, most of the things that make you lactose intolerant, which is lactose, and there's another one that starts with a K, I can't remember. I think it's K or C. Those are taken out in the milk fats, so if you're lactose intolerant, you should be able to eat ghee. I try a little bit at first and see how it affects you, but that's what they're saying. I'm not lactose intolerant, so I can't tell you. So today is ghee. It should be a short video. God, how many times have I said that? Everything is going right. So anyway, let's get on with the show and let's make ghee together. Whoa, get back there. Ingredients list for ghee is very complicated. Pound of butter. Pint jar. Pot. Strainer. That's it. That's all there is. This is unsalted butter. Try to use unsalted. What's it cost? Generic, $2-3. If you look at the stores which are starting to carry ghee, G-H-E-E, you'll see they're running in the teens or 20s for a pound, if it's even a pound. I haven't even looked at it. I've only seen it on the shelves and seen an astronomical price to it. So, cheap way to make it. 15, 20 minutes of your time. Goodness. So, we're going to take our butter. You can put this at room temperature if you want. You don't have to. This came out of the freezer yesterday and just sat in the fridge. I've had it out for maybe an hour, if that. So, no special handling. It really doesn't. You can take it right from the freezer if you want to. Just take longer to melt. So, like I said, this is probably the simplest thing we've ever done. A simple job for simple people. Three Stooges, by the way. Curly. Let me reposition the stove cam to the stove. And, oh, here we go. And the microphone cable. Get out of my way! Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. I'm going to start it on high. I'm going to turn it back down to like a medium low. I just want to get the burner burning a little bit. Same rules apply for gas that they do for electric. Induction, same thing. If I had a clear, a steel or a white pan, I'd use that instead. I don't, so I'm using a dark pan. Makes it a little more difficult to see the bottom, what's happening at the bottom, and to see the solids. So we'll bring it back when something happens. Alright, a few minutes later, we're still melting down. We're going to go up, we were at medium low, we're going to go up to medium now and try to get a boil started. So we can start to evaporate some of the water. So we'll bring it back in a minute or two. Okay, we've got little bubbles forming. So things are starting up. Patience, as I said in the intro, I believe, patience, like in caramelizing onions, will be, it will reward you for doing that, for being that, doing that, being that kind of thing, you know. We're going to move back a little bit, give the bubbling a place to start without having to go through the foamy foam. As I said, they're milk solids. We want this heated, we don't want it burned. What do you use ghee for? Thank you for asking that. Anything you use butter for. This is going to add a little bit of a, this has a little bit of a nutty taste to it, which butter doesn't have. Use it to butter your toast. Use it to fry your steaks in. Saute your steakies. Caramelized onions. You won't get that burned milk fat that you get normally, which is awesome. Which is why I, when I saw this for the first time, I became interested in it, because I'm getting tired of, although I do like brown butter too, but sometimes it just goes a little bit overboard and we get too much browning. So we'll bring it back in a couple of minutes. We are about 11 minutes in to the boil phase, and I think we're just about done, if not done. I don't see any steam, or done with the water anyhow. I don't see any steam coming up. Now we're going to wait for the milk fats on top to fall, and once they fall, we're done. Okay, we're just about there. Went from a full head of milk fat on the top down to just a couple little pieces, and what I've been doing is just kind of stirring them around. Don't stir the bottom. You don't want to stir these up from the bottom again, because you got to wait till they fall again. Why? I don't know. That's just what they say. What all the recipes do. Some recipes don't even stir it. They let it happen naturally. And my ghee, my butter fat, is starting to turn a little bit on the brown side of yellow. So I think we're just about done here. I think our work is done. So we're going to turn the heat off. Take it off the heat. We're going to let it cool down for just a minute until it stops bubbling. And then we're going to pour into our pint glass jar thing. Okay, that took about 15 minutes of boiling. If you've got a funnel, once again, use it. I don't have a funnel, so we're going to be very careful. I put a plate underneath it so we don't spill any. And right away, we're spilling things. Don't waste your ghee. Shit. See the milk fat? And we're going to, that's really hot and tasty. Let's get a paper towel. Wipe the lid off so I can lift this up and pour what I spilled. And it's kind of hot. Just as I suspected. Let's use the glove. Silicone glove. Very slippery. Shoot. I don't know how I'm going to do this because it's really slippery. Let's go here. Try that. Oh well. And then we're going to pour that in here so we don't waste. Now, a pound of butter is a pint. However, you've boiled out water and you've dropped all the milk solids out, so you're going to get slightly less than a pint. So we're going to let this cool, and don't put the paper towel over the hot burner. Jesus. We're going to let that cool, put the lid on. We're going to take the lid off a little bit and let it cool, because that's how it's going to cool faster. And when it's done, we're going to put the lid on, and we're just going to put it out on the counter. This will solidify into like those soft tub margarine things, you know. Shouldn't be hard, like, because you don't have the milk solids in there anymore to make it really hard. But try this one. Tell me what you think. Use it in place of regular butter, because it is regular butter. But I think you'll find it has an interesting taste to it and a nice taste to it. I'm going to bring you back one more time when it solidifies, just to show you what it looks like when it's solid, and then we'll be done. So, see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back for the last part, our finished product. I'm going to try this in about an hour because I'm going to make some garlic bread, and it looks yummy. Thanks for stopping by again